See, artificial intelligence, it's transforming financial services at an unprecedented pace, from fraud detection and digital lending to real-time payments and personalized banking. And we see the Central Bank of Nigeria there urging most of the operators there for financial services to localize data right here in Nigeria. What does that mean for fintech? What does it mean for the financial services industry in Nigeria? Well, joining me for the conversation now to unpack this, we have David Adeleke, is the co-founder. Zia, he joins me right here in the studio. It's great to have you.
Yeah,
welcome.
To be here. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. So, data localization, especially for financial services. Let's see global approaches to this matter. Looking at the European Union there, there's still cross-border data flows, that's still permitted there, but the key focus is privacy and digital single market. Singapore, they still allow overseas cloud, but they have risk management and innovation. United Kingdom, global cloud is under oversight. Their key focus, operational resilience. United States, they have no blanket localization. India, localization for selected financial data. China, critical financial data that's kept locally for national security. So it seems Nigeria is, looking towards this region there, following, the trend there. So talk to me about this, seeing how other regions are operating this. What do you think about the CBN's policy on data localization, especially for financial services?
Okay, I'll say start with two major key notes here. One will be the data sovereignty, and also will be risk management, especially when it comes to fraud. So we say CBN, they were the first mover, right, to introduce AI into their AML policy, and that was done around March 2026, early this year. And now we saw that on the 15th of June, there is the new policy that all data for regulated financial institutions should be hosted locally, right? And what that helps us in the ecosystem at large is driving data sovereignty, right? That's where Nigeria is playing into the game. Because there's a popular saying that cash is king. Now I think the world is revamping to data now is king, because we are in an advent of AI here and there, right? And the backbone for every AI model or algorithm, right, rides on data. So first is if the data is fragmented and scattered, then the strength of the AI can't be really effective. So it's also a long-term plan, right, wherein we're localizing the data first in Nigeria, and also then we can now take a bigger step in our AI play on a global scale.
Right. So at the end of the day, for most of the fintechs operating here in Nigeria, you also in financial services. When you saw that rule, what was the first thing that hit you? So this data must be localized.
Interesting. The power of having a data center here in Nigeria, it consumes a lot of electricity. So the first question I asked when I saw the news was like, do we really have the electricity power to carry this? Because that's the first question we need to ask ourselves, right? Then second is the timeline. The deadline is January 1st, 2027, right. And people that don't comply, they'll be sanctioned, right?
I remember coming into 2026, we had a lot of deadlines coming in, but we're preparing for more deadlines.
More deadlines now.
In 2027.
Yeah, more in 2027, right? 6 months, it's quite too little, in my own opinion, because this has to do with, let me just put number to it. Nigeria last year, we did over 11 billion in transaction, right? And that's like a 50%, double the rate from the previous year. So I don't think there's any African country that is doing that volume of transaction, 11 billion, right, in just 1 year. So this 11 billion is data. These are data points. So first, we have to do data mapping, right? You have to do it carefully, because we don't want a situation where the last time when they went cashless policy, that there was there was downtime in a lot of service, right, from the banks. We are trying to make sure that 6 months is too short, right, to be able to map those data and be able to bring it home, and ensure that the customers themselves, because literally every business are here to serve customers, they still have top-notch services without any downtime. So I think that's my take. First is the electricity problem. Then second would be the time frame.
Right. It seems everything is riding on electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of
we're
things,
talking
right?
about electric vehicles.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about, oh, we need electricity to actually make that happen. Now, even to localize this data, it also rides on electricity. So at this point, it's not an option to still have issues with electricity if we're going to make this happen.
So that means we need to tackle. But interestingly, we've seen what's it called, a huge investment in data center. I think by statistic, there is like over $2 billion invested in Nigeria now on data center and the likes.
And those data centers also have to produce their own power.
Yeah, so that's the catch now. So they are now going right. They are taking their own initiative to like produce their own power to like power the data center, because this system, it's like a computer, multiple computer, and they work 24/7. The load that they take on electricity is actually huge. So now we're seeing the likes of the investment coming in, and most of those investments, right, is going into power supply on its own, right, for those data centers. So yeah, a lot of things ride on electricity, right? And once it's fixed, not even just for the data center, even for an average tech founder and everybody in the country, right? Once electricity is taken out of the problem, you see a lot of productivity in the economy
and
at large.
hopefully a lot of these prices, for the services and the goods will also come down once you're not spending so much on electricity. So we're here now, January 1st. That's at some point, very soon. What are the business opportunities you're seeing, with this?
Okay, so
with the rule that's coming up.
Oh yeah, so interestingly, that's a big opportunity, right? First is the $2 billion investment already in data center, right? Then also there will be less pressure on the dollar, right? Because now, if the data are situated here in the country, so payments for cloud services and certain transactions would now be in Naira. So that will reduce the demand for dollar, especially for all this our tech infrastructure, because I know how much we pay just for running our cloud service, especially now converting it to the dollars, right? So that's also a boost, right, in the Naira. So we're going to see that, right? Then also, pure investments in data center, and everything in between. Then one of the other challenge that I see would be, which is also an opportunity, would be technical expertise. So it takes actually some certain types of experts to be able to run data center. So we'll see people now venture more into cloud engineering, cybersecurity engineering, and everything within that space, right? So it's for every challenge, right, there is big opportunities. So these are like opportunities up on the table.
So I guess for a savvy investor, you need to find an opportunity within this. And if you're looking for a job,
exactly.
At this point, you also find opportunity within this. Thank you so much, David Adeleke, co-founder Zia. It's great having you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. Great to be here.
All right.